What's up and welcome to Caleb Smith TV. This is your friend Caleb Smith bringing you a brand new live stream. This live stream is sponsored by Martian Lawyers Club. That is aka MLC, aka the GUG team. The creators of the GUG video game are the sponsors of today's stream. They are the ones who make it possible to bring the stream to you guys every day. So thank you very much to Martian Lawyers Club, and thank you to all my fellow Mythians. How's it going, Tevin? Mythians, assemble! Let's go. We got Captain America of the Mythians here. We got the spirit of Captain America in Tevin Wolf, the Mythian. Mythians, assemble! Let's go. How's everybody doing today? Let me know in the comments. I hope everybody's having an excellent day so far. Thank you very much for leaving a like on that live stream. I appreciate you guys for leaving likes on the live stream. Let's start by going to the GUG garden real quick. Right? What else to do? What else is there to do other than check out what kind of GUGs we've created? That is off. Big chill, my guy. Yes, sir. So if you look to my right, right here, I believe that you will see a Venezoth. Yes, yes. You can see the Venezoth right here on actually my stream, like on my stream background, made by Bread Danny, my boy. And then the Venezoth right here, this is our first ever GUG that we created on stream, the Poison Bee GUG. And obviously I'm super proud of it. I show it off all the time. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of all my GUGs and look at some of the GUGs that we came across yesterday. Man, we've created a lot of GUGs, guys. We've created so many GUGs so far. I want to make a comment real quick. GUG developers, I would like us to maybe fix up this UI a little bit. Just a little bit. The GUG Garden UI, as far as scrolling through the GUGs, it gets really hard. I'm not going to lie. It gets a little bit hard to scroll through the GUGs. Like, you can kind of click to the side, I guess, and sort of scroll that way. You can hold click to the side and scroll that way. It's really not that bad, but I really would like some kind of scroll bar or something at the very least. I feel like a scroll bar for the GUGs, the GUG garden, would be a really good idea. I just wanted to mention that real quick. Okay, now I'm seeing the GUGs that we created yesterday, starting with Itachigan. Or actually, no, we created Gugaloid. Venezoth, yes sir, made it to the big screen. That's Venezoth. And here's Gugaloid. So this is the GUG that you get when you type in download GUG demo. If you type in download GUG demo with spaces and everything, then you will get the Gugiloid GUG, which we made yesterday. It has 5 attack, 5 health, and it has a cooldown ability that downloads a randomized demo of a GUG's ability and apply it. So by the end of the game, we had like 60 downloaded abilities or something like that. Sadly, I don't think the abilities that it was downloading were actually helping in any way. I don't think that Gugaloid's ability was actually doing anything, sadly. But it was really cool, though. It was really cool to see that it was stacking up abilities by downloading these random abilities. But there was really only about like 5 different abilities that it would download, and it had 60 copies of those 5 abilities. It was kind of crazy to watch. Then we got the Itachigan GUG. Now this GUG was the Itachi Uchiha GUG. that is Itachi Space Uchiha. When it enters the battle, if the game is on the 3rd round, reduce this GUG's health to 1 and boost its attack by 10. Now, the main problem with this GUG is that, first of all, its ability can only trigger on every 3rd round, so it's very, very limited. It's very specific in how you have to use it, not to mention that its ability is very specific, and its ability is not even really that good, because it reduces its health all the way to 1. Now, sure, it does boost its attack by 10, but it reduces its health all the way to 1, which basically means that it's heavily in danger. If you activate Itachigan's ability, then Itachigan will be in heavy amounts of danger. So it kind of creates an issue for itself with its ability, but it does look cool. And if you look at its bottom right section, you can see that it's got sort of like an owl face on it with that moss that's growing on it. It's almost making an owl face, which I think is seriously really cool. Then we got the Uchi Bloom GUG. Now, this GUG was the Obito Uchiha GUG, which we had to create in order to make Itachigan better, because, Itachigan GUG wasn't working, the Itachi Uchiha GUG wasn't working too good, so we transcended the Itachigan GUG into Uchi Bloom GUG, which creates an illusionary version of itself with a random attack and health stats, which actually turned out to be really good. The Obito Space Uchiha GUG was actually pretty good. The Obito Uchiha GUG. Uchi Bloom, you get to see it right there. It's a pretty good GUG. I will be right back, guys. I gotta go do something real quick. I'll literally be right back. And we're back. Sorry about the break, guys. I do apologize. We are back. I had to go check on my granddaddy real quick. He just got home from Waffle House. He always likes going to Waffle House. And I just wanted to check on him real quick, make sure everything went okay. So we're going to move on through the GUGs now. This is a GUG that we found yesterday, and it was actually an enemy GUG. and we fought it, and it actually was about to cause us some big trouble. Whenever it came in, it killed our army of Uchi Blooms. We had the Uchi Bloom army because of how Obito creates the illusions of itself. Aesopect actually came in and dealt 3 damage to each of those illusions, which killed all of the illusions, basically destroying our illusion army. And I was really scared at first, but then we actually handled it. And then right after that, we went to the shop and we found our very own Aesopect in the shop. If you can even believe that. They actually put, right after we fought Aesopect, they put Aesopect in the shop, and so we bought our own version of Aesopect and was using it yesterday. And that was pretty cool. We did find this new enemy GUG that seems to be pretty cool. Its name is Tuxedonok. And obviously it's cool because it's like a witch doctor GUG. It's got this owl face to it. It's got this tuxedo color pattern with an owl face. And then if you look to the right of it, it's poking out of its side. It's got kind of this witch doctor mask look going on. And I just think Tuxedonok is a really cool GUG, especially for the enemy generated GUG. It seems to be really cool. And its ability, mask nearby GUGs in secrecy, temporarily rendering them invulnerable to attacks. That's actually a really cool ability. See what else we can find. I don't think we made anything else. I think that's basically it. There was a couple of other cool ones. Glorpefte, is this one that we made or one that we bought? Oh, the Glorpefte is one that we made. This was the head chef GUG. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in to Caleb Smith TV, the best way to help Caleb Smith TV would be to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. What's up, Hawkeye? Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? How have you been? Let me know. We're playing this GUG game. You can find the demo for free in the description. If you click my description, then you can find the GUG demo for free, and it's honestly really fun. So the head chef GUG that we made yesterday has 3 attack, 5 health, and it cooks up to 3 random beneficial traits and applied them to allied GUGs in the pool. That means the GUGs in the back line. These traits boost a variety of stats, each lasting up to 2 rounds. So it basically creates these traits for the GUGs in your back line, and then it applies them. Now, I can't remember if those traits that we applied were actually working. I want to say that those traits were not really working how they were supposed to be, but it was still a very cool mechanic to watch. And once that's all sorted out, I'm sure that Glorpefte is going to be a really good GUG. But anyways, guys, that's enough GUGing around in the GUG garden. Let's go ahead and begin creating a new game. Yeah, I do remember you, Hawkeye. Sigmara. That's really cool. Yeah, I remember Sigmara. For sure, I remember Sigmara. The Great Gagarian Library housed every word ever spoken by GUGs. Each book was a living creature, writhing and muttering its contents to those who dared to open them. That sounds really cool. Let's go ahead and move on. Are you going to help me make some GUGs today, Hawkeye? I already know Tevin is. We're missing a couple of other usual viewers, but hopefully they'll show up soon. Let's go. Thanks for the reacts. I appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. Here we go. I guess we're going to go to the amniotic pool first, right? That makes the most sense that we're hitting the amniotic pool. Here we are. And we're also going to the Plarble Warrens. Plarble Warrens. After the amniotic pool. So let's go ahead and begin Transcendence here. What is the first GUG that we're going to create today? What are we going to transcend? We can do any word or phrase, and that will help us make a brand new GUG with a completely unique appearance and a completely unique ability. Storm Dragon Valdora. Holy moly. That all sounds really cool, but I don't remember what a Valdora. Who is Valdora? And why do I not remember what that is. Powerful Storm. Ooh, that sounds cool. Alright, so we're going to go with Storm Dragon Valdora first. And then eventually we will probably try out the powerful Storm GUG. So here we go, generating the Storm Dragon Valdora GUG. It seems to have 8 attack, 10 health. Valdoran. Let's see if it actually creates Valdoran or if it creates something else. Here it is, Valdoran, and why does it look so cool? If this GUG's health is between 1 and 5, create a storm that deals 3 damage to all enemy GUGs. If between 6 and 10, gain flying and deal 5 damage to all enemy GUGs. What? Why is this such a good GUG? It does seem pretty nice. That's crazy. It's like this GUG is always beneficial. If its health is between 1 and 5, it does get pretty weak because it only deals 3 damage to all enemy GUGs. But it still is doing something, right? And if its health is between 6 and 10, that's when it really is dealing lots of damage because it gains the flying trait and it deals 5 damage to all enemy GUGs. So, really good stuff. Not to mention, it starts with 16 health. So, starting with 16 health, it would have to take 6 damage before it even can use its ability, which isn't very bad because at that point it still has 10 health left over. So it seems to be a really strong GUG. That's Valdoran, the Storm Dragon Valdor GUG. What did we type? I already forgot. Storm Dragon Valdora. That's right. The Storm Dragon Valdora GUG coming in with big stats. Let's add it to the team. Not to mention, it also looks really cool. 11 attacks, 16 health. Huge stats. Huge stats on Valdoran. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this thing. Starting out a battle in the Plarble Warrens against Slimetron. He's got 2 attack, 5 health. And he will cover the battlefield in a Slippery Slime. Covering the battlefield in a Slippery Slime. That is Slimetron. I don't think it's a big threat. We could probably send in Valdoran and kind of soak up some of that damage, which brings us a little bit closer to using Valdoran's ability. Obviously, that's really good. So now we might want to just create some currency with Valdoran. Gain a little bit of that nectar. I've heard the currency in this game be called a couple of different things at this point. Myself, I was just calling it slime. I was just calling it slime because that's what it looked like to me. And then I've heard some people calling it nectar. And then I've also heard some other streamers and YouTubers calling it glug. Yesterday I heard the Moon Kestrel. Shout out the Moon Kestrel. I was watching their stream yesterday and I saw that they were calling it glug, and I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, we're talking about the currency of the game right now. I have 11 of the little slime nectar thingies. You can just call it money, slime, tokens. I don't know. It doesn't really clarify what they're called, so if we could figure out, if somebody can let me know in the comments what the official name of that stuff is called, that would be cool. But I'm pretty sure that I heard that it's officially called nectar. I could be wrong about that though. Moving on, looks like we're going to the shop. That was an easy battle win. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves an extra GUG. Definitely gonna want the extra GUG. And I suppose that we could buy some extra health. So let's buy some extra health for our new GUG. And let's buy some extra health for the new GUG again. So now it's a really good new GUG. It has 13 health, which is honestly pretty good for this stage of the game. Having 13 health on a basic GUG is kind of crazy. We were able to pull it off. Cover the battlefield in Slippery Slime again. Let's just let Valdoran soak up that 2 damage. And now he's going to go to 10 health. And now we can activate his Enter the Battlefield ability. So we'll let him gain a little bit of attack right there. And now we're going to use the enter the battlefield ability. Now, that is going to deal exactly 5 damage to both those Slimetrons, which should win us this battle. Boom. Yep, it perfectly killed the Slimetrons, except for it did give the enemy Slimetrons flying. Instead of giving Volderon flying, it gave the enemy Slimetrons the flying stat, which I think is really weird. Thrifty Fishing calls it GUG Nectar. Yeah, that's who I was watching. Thrifty Fishing Gaming. I was watching him, and he calls it GUG Nectar, and I thought that was really cool. Devs call it GLUG. Okay, so the devs call it GLUG. So GLUG is the official name. That actually surprises me a little bit. But that's really cool. See, that's why I love having Sutetsu around. He's always coming in and just giving me some random... I will ask a serious question that not many people would know the answer to. And next thing I know, there's Sutetsu perfectly answering the question for me. And that's why I like having him around. It is awesome. Let's go. But anyway, yeah, Volderon did not give himself the flying stat. Instead, he gave the flying trait to the enemies, which I'm not a big fan of. Obviously, we wanted Volderon to have the flying stat, because flying sounds pretty good. We only have 14 Glug. Amniotic Pool coming right up. Let's go ahead and transcend our weakest GUG. And what are we thinking about transcending this time? So, the first one was Storm Dragon Volderon. Or, no, Storm Dragon Valdora. Now, we also had a recommendation of Powerful Storm GUG. He smacked them. Storm Dragon Valdoran did smack them both. He did the damage. The damage part of his ability definitely worked, and we're going to be able to do that again. Are we going to go ahead and run with Powerful Storm GUG? Might as well. We did get the recommendation for that, and it looks like we have this storm theme going on with Storm Dragon Valdora and then Powerful Storm GUG. Let's go ahead and create this Powerful Storm GUG and see what we get. This should be very interesting. Here we go, transcending up a GUG. Let's see what we get. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Powerful Storm GUG incoming. It is taking a while to transcend. You guys seeing this? It's looking crazy. It's taking it a little while. What's going on? Oh, here we go. Creating Stormy Whale. Subject to change. Emit a lightning surge, dealing 4 damage to a random enemy GUG. When it enters the battle. Oh, that sounds good. And then at the end of the round, this GUG gains 2 health if no attack was made this round. So it can become tanky as well on the passive rounds where not much happens. It can become tanky, so that is a really cool looking ability. Really good looking ability. What's up, Danny? Thanks for tuning in, man. Check out the background. You did a good job. Everything's looking sick and feeling good. So I was wondering if this would happen. Thank you guys very much for leaving a like on the live stream. I seriously appreciate that, guys. I hope you guys are having an excellent Friday. Thank you very much. So we actually had a second Transcendence error. We had our first Transcendence error yesterday, I believe. It happened yesterday for the first time. And then it just happened again today, which is pretty surprising. But no worries, because if you get a Transcendence error, then you can just transcend again. And usually it just means that it didn't transcend on your side, but usually it does create the GUG. So now if we do Powerful Storm GUG, it should instantly create the GUG for us. And here we go. Powerful Storm GUG with literal error on its face. What the heck, guys? What is this GUG? Dude, it's looking magnificent. I know. The stream is looking absolutely awesome. It did fail. The GUG, the Powerful Storm GUG failed. Valdosta Storm, that sounds crazy. Wow. So is this just the basic error GUG? Like, if a GUG has an error with its appearance, will it always look like this? Or is this just how our unique GUG looks? does this just happen to be how Stormy Whale looks? Or is this what every error GUG looks like? I really don't know. But that's hilarious. 11 attack, 18 health, really good GUG right here. And it does still emit the lightning surge, dealing 4 damage. And it also still gains the 2 health if no attacks were made. So, very interesting GUG here. It just seems to look a little different than the rest of our GUGs with the error. And I'm not sure if that's just how it looks, or if that's how every error GUG looks. But I know one thing, that's the first ever GUG that I've seen that looks like that. So I'm proud of it. I'm personally proud of it. The bees, the GUGs flying around, the chillness to it, the occasional chaotic one, and the pack of wolf GUGs. And it's just freaking hard. Yeah, it does look freaking sick, man. I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee real quick, and we're entering this battle. Do the trailer because I missed it. I'll need to rewind later. Yes, I did do the trailer. I had to take a quick break real quick, so I did run the trailer. It was pretty cool. Going against Zukomorph. It causes chaos. Causes chaos with erratic movement. Sorry, I thought it said causes chaotic stuff with erratic movements or whatnot. But thank you guys very much for tuning in to Caleb Smith TV. I hope you guys are enjoying your stay. You know I really appreciate you guys showing up for the live stream. And if you want to support the channel, all you have to do is click the like button and click the subscribe button for me. And if you want to support the creators of the GUG game, all you have to do is go to the description of the live stream. Go to the description of the live stream and then click on the GUG demo, the link to the GUG demo, and download it and play it. And don't forget to wishlist the actual GUG game itself, not the demo, but the GUG game. You can wishlist that, and that will help support the GUG team. Mr. Wolf, do you like the Wolfpack GUGs I added? And as I'm saying that, they're going by my head, so that's really cool. I seen them strolling around. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so back to the fight. We got the chaotic GUG with erratic movements. I think we'll be okay. Maybe we send in Stormy Whale to deal that free 4 damage, and then send in Valderon to deal that 5 damage, right? So we send in Stormy Whale. That deals 4 damage. We send in Valderon. That finishes off the GUG, and we can end the turn just like that. And pick up this nice GUG nectar and retreat our GUGs so they can be in the safety of our home. And since there were no attacks that turn, Stormy Whale did get pretty tanky there. Stormy Whale went up to 23 attacks, so that is really cool. Now we've got a couple of enemy GUGs incoming. It is so good. It is really good. So we got in Deco roll causes a chaotic. Okay, so we got a lot of chaotic GUGs for some reason. This seems to be, I guess, Plarble Warrens is the field of chaos because so many GUGs around these parts are causing chaos and moving erratically. This one causes a chaotic disturbance, tilting the battlefield erratically, so that sounds very interesting. And then Zorkelpuss confuses enemies with impossible text adventures. Now, that sounds funny. Hopefully, he doesn't manage to kill our Valderon or our Stormy Whale somehow. Stormy Whale is only dealing 4 damage to a random GUG. I would say the best thing we could probably do is send in Valderon. And Valderon just did serious damage. Oh my goodness. Valderon just did more damage than it says he does. It says that Valderon deals 5 damage, but he technically just dealt... Did he deal 5 damage, or did he deal 7? I feel like he did way more than 5 damage right there. I might be tripping. Maybe he only dealt 5 damage. Then we send in Stormy Whale. That finishes off the enemy GUGs, and we generate some GUG nectar. And we easily win the battle because our GUGs are coming in and dealing lots of damage without us having to work for it too much. Our boy Cal sure is slamming them. I do appreciate you keeping the OG Bs, Dan, because, you know, B Gang, rise up. Hive Gang, rise up. Mythians, rise up. Bzz, bzz. Welcome to the B channel. Thank you, guys. Valderon is OP. They can't even fight you. I know. I know they can't even fight me. We got a new GUG in the shop. New GUG with a really cool name and a really cool appearance. His name is Necromob. He costs 20. I don't know why it says he's a 10 cost. He costs 20. Manipulates surrounding environments to confuse opponents, potentially causing them to attack themselves. Now that sounds really good. You know, making the enemy attack themselves, especially because it's an enter the battle ability. Now, I want to mention something real quick. Mythical Mythians, the Hivers, yes sir. So I want to mention something real quick. After my time that I've spent on GUG, and after my experience and all that, what I've noticed is that the GUG ability, you know how GUGs have different types of abilities? Like, they'll have an enter the battlefield ability, they might have an end round ability, they have cooldown skills, they have all these different varieties and types of skills that they can actually activate for themselves, and they have different times of activating. My personal opinion is that the best type of skill, now, it definitely depends on the GUG, you know, because there are an infinite amount of GUGs, but my favorite type of skill, and I think the best type of skill that a GUG can have, is an enter the battle ability. Enter the battle abilities are really good because all you have to do is move the GUG forward, and then it instantly triggers the ability, and that's it. That's it. That's all. You don't have to wait for the ability. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is move the GUG forward, and it will trigger its enter the battlefield ability, and boom, there we go. And it makes it really good. And so all other abilities, like end round abilities, cooldown abilities, things like that, you're kind of having to wait around. Like, cooldown abilities aren't really that bad, but end round abilities are kind of bad because, you know, they're just as good as enter battle abilities, except for you have to wait around for them, which makes them a little bit worse. So all I'm saying is enter the battlefield abilities seem to be the best abilities that a GUG can have because of how fast you can trigger them and how strong they usually are, such as this Necromob enter the battlefield ability. It manipulates its surrounding, which has the potential of making the GUG basically attack itself, which could cause the enemy GUG to die, which is really good for us, and that's the Necromob ability. So any enter battlefield ability is potentially good. Now, it depends on what GUG you're using. GUG game, the demo. Great Fire Dragon. Yeah, check the GUG demo in the description. If you're on PC, you can find the description below the live stream. If you're on the phone watching the live stream, then you can click on my profile name or the channel name, and that will show you the description, and you can find the demo there. Completely free to play, and you will see exactly, you'll play the exact same game that I'm playing. It is a lot of fun. Great Fire Dragon Ichneal. Ooh, that sounds cool. Why not pop a fat triangular potion slam? Ooh, triangular potion slam. So definitely gonna want to potion. We don't want to potion up Valderon because he's in this perfect placing of 10 HP. 10 HP is the perfect amount of HP for Valderon. It's not too much, it's not too little. It's the perfect amount for him to trigger his skill and still retain enough HP to be in a safe margin. I'm thinking we should grab some Necromob for sure because we want to cause the confusion to the enemies. So let's grab up Necromob. How much does that make everything else cost? Oh, everything else just retains the same cost because there's nothing in the back line. That's really good. All the shop items are in the front line. That is really good for us. Now let's grab up some health for Necromob. Oh, that time it did increase the value of the items in the shop, so that's bad. Let's go ahead and increase this GUG's attack. It only costs 3, so boom. That leaves us with 18 of the GUG coins, so let's move onward because we cannot afford the 24 cost health. And we're moving on to Frubble Sludge Pits, the smelly shrubberies trapped in slow-moving sludge. Tons of sludgy shrubbery happening here in the GUG. Welcome to the GUG channel, where we play GUG, and we make a lot of GLUG. And we're going to the amniotic pool. This is good. So that means we can transcend our basic GUG, even though he's a really good GUG. Lots of attack and health. Mostly the health that he has is good. We're going to want to transcend him so that he'll have an actual skill, because basic GUGs do not have skills. And we would like our GUG to have a skill. Have you noticed the leprechaun GUG you made slowly, randomly peeking next to Cal's background avatar? Igneal, Great Fire Drag? We were going to try Great Fire Dragon Igneal, right? Okay, yeah, that doesn't fit. Igneal, Great Fire Drag also doesn't fit. How about we just do Fire Dragon Igneal? Keep an eye out for it. Fire Dragon Igneal. That sounds good. Let's get it. Transcending the ultimate GUG. You're watching this Transcendence live from Caleb Smith TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Transcending the Fire Dragon Igneal GUG in order to get Ignear. Now this is subject to change. This seems to have 7 attack, 8 health. When it enters the battle, it enter the battlefield ability. I was telling you guys about those abilities. I like enter the battle abilities. Enter the battle. If GUG is dragon themed, deals 3 extra damage during combat. Now, the health is crazy. 13 attack, 27 health. That is crazy. And it looks really cool. Can we talk about how cool it looks? I like the color pattern, and I like the fact that they actually gave it wings. It looks pretty cool. I like the resemblance to a dragon or a drake of some sort. Really cool. Now, I'm not sure about its ability, though. It's definitely a W, but I'm not sure about its ability because if GUG is dragon-themed, is very specific. Now, if it means Ignear itself is dragon-themed, then it's going to constantly be dealing 3 extra damage during combat. But if it means like an enemy GUG has to be dragon themed in order to deal extra damage, then its ability isn't really good, because first of all, I haven't seen too many dragon themed GUGs, and second of all, it's way too specific. So even if there were 1 or 2 dragon themed GUGs that you could see in the game, it's still only 1 or 2 out of the 10 to 20 GUGs that you're going to see in the game. So it's just not really huge for us. But it does seem really cool, and it could always work out a lot differently than how I foresee it. So we're going to go straight into battle and test out this Fire Dragon Igneal GUG. Now you got to have a dragon-themed GUG game. Ooh, it's cool. See, this could be Ignear the Dragon Slayer, right? Because Fire Dragon Igneal, it deals 3 extra damage to dragon-themed GUGs. That could mean that it's just a really good Dragon Slayer. If you see a dragon-themed GUG, send in Fire Dragon Igneal to deal that extra 3 damage. You know what I mean? And don't forget about Necromobe, who can confuse enemy GUGs. So what I'm going to do with Necromobe is send in Necromobe and hope to confuse in Gugalot. Gugalot creates a sticky puddle, slowing enemy movement. So I'm not too worried about Gugalot. In fact, I would say Valderan can go in and deal damage. It one-shots Gugalot, dealt 7 damage to Gugalot somehow, even though Valderan is not supposed to be able to deal 7 damage. Valderan is only supposed to be able to deal 5 damage to enemy GUGs. He just dealt 7 damage. I don't know how. He one-shots things. I don't know how. Ice Dragon, Nature Dragon, Dark Dragon, Light, Caleb, Wolf Dragon, Water, Fire, etc. That sounds cool. Yeah, he is OP. Valderon is definitely OP. Let's go ahead and we'll go for a fight. And Stormy Whale should gain some health. What? Why didn't Stormy Whale gain extra health? Stormy Whale was supposed to gain extra health because no GUG made an attack this round. I guess I was wrong. Let's see what happens this time. Do you gain more health, Stormy Whale? No attacks are happening. Yes, Stormy Whale gained extra health that round. That's good. We needed Stormy Whale to gain extra health because we need a good tanky GUG. We should have retreated Valderon and Necromobe at this point. We do have a lot of health. Mother Morla has a lot of health, so I want to say that we can kind of tank a hit from the enemy GUGs. Those enemy GUGs, Jeltricide and Grotfinger, I don't even know what those GUGs do, but I'm going to trust in Necromobe and Valderan. It should deal a ton of damage to all enemy GUGs. Yeah, Valderon just literally killed every enemy GUG on the screen. There were 4 enemy GUGs on the screen, and Valderon just one-shot every single one of them. I don't know how he does it. I do not know how he does it, but we're going to retreat Valderon for Ignir and let Ignir receive his first kill against Jeltricide. Very easy there. And that was a battle 1. We gained 86 of the Nectar. We have a total of 86 of the little GUG coins, so that's good. You made an attack though, Cal. That was insane. Very, very insane. We have 86 little glugs. I'm gonna assume that we buy a new GUG. We should probably buy ourselves a new GUG. And I don't know what to do after that. Probably get Necromobe some health. So let's buy ourselves a new GUG. I guess Necromobe is not going to get some new health. We're going to give our new GUG some health. Because that makes sense. And we're also going to give our new GUG some attack. Welcome to the family, new GUG. You're just a basic GUG, but we know that you will take care of us if we take care of you. So thank you very much. Valdo is 1+ health. That is right. Make Storm Dragon. So that is what Stormy Whale is. Valderon is Storm Dragon Valderon, and Stormy Whale is Powerful Storm. And then we have Fire Dragon Ignir, Fire Dragon Igneel. And then we have this Necromobe GUG that we picked up from the shop, and a basic GUG. So Powerful Storm and Storm Dragon Igneel we have Fire Dragon Igneel and Storm Dragon Valderon. We kind of already have a Storm Dragon. Make GUG Dragon then. That sounds cool. How about this? We send in Necromobe to try to confuse the enemy, and then we send in Valderon to one-shot the enemy, but it did not one-shot the enemy because I forgot. We're +1. Valderon's +1, which is okay, because now he is back where he's supposed to be. So we'll retreat Valderon and send in Stormy Whale because Stormy Whale is looking pretty strong. Actually, we'll retreat Necromobe, and now we'll put in Stormy Whale. It did a little bit of damage to Blorblob. That's what Stormy Whale does. It does a little bit of damage when it enters the battlefield. And now we can send in Valderon to one-shot the enemy GUG, and we'll bring in Stormy Whale. Alright, now we retreat Valderon and let all of our GUGs gain some nice stats. And let's check these enemies. We got Groatsclorp, who emits a foul odor that reduces the attack of all nearby GUGs by a random value within 1 to 5. We got Blorblob, erupting a swirling blast of slime, dealing damage proportionate to the amount of slime covering the battlefield. And Whiffler, who whiffs obnoxious gas, confuse opponents, reducing their attack by 1 for every attack made by this GUG this round. So basically 1. every time it's going to reduce the opponent attack by 1. What we're going to try to do is send in Valderon to one-shot everything. Yeah, Valderon just comes in and literally one-shots everything. That's what Valderon does. He's insane. He's insane. He says, oh, you thought you weren't going to die? How about I just hit you again? Now you're dead. Actually crazy. 55 of the little slime nectars, and now we're traveling to the Slime Kingdom, the land of only yellow slime. If you're a veteran of this channel, if you've been tuning into the channel for the past couple of weeks, then you know about the Slime Kingdom, and you know that we are nearing the end of the game at this point. At this point in time, we're nearing the end of the GUG demo. Once you make it to the Slime Kingdom, all we have to do is basically win a couple of fights, and then it is the end of the demo. But the Slime Kingdom can also get a little bit difficult sometimes. So we do have... This is probably going to be our last trip to the amniotic pool, if I have to imagine. We are looking really good with a full stack team, and we're going to transcend our brand new basic GUG. So what are we thinking, guys? What are we going to transcend into? Don't play with me. Valdero wants it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, dude. He's one-shotting everything. GUG Dragon. Okay. Let's go for the GUG Dragon. Transcending. You're seeing the GUG Dragon live from Caleb Smith TV. Is this the first ever GUG Dragon? It seems like it because it's taken a little while to generate, so I'm going to assume that we are the first ever people to generate the GUG Dragon. Let's see what we get. He's a Glogagon. Glogagon, the GUG Dragon, 13 attack, 20 health. When it enters the battlefield, it releases a wave of slime that slows all enemy GUGs by reducing their attack by half for 1 round. Now, I guess I like it because, you know, no matter what, it's going to be reducing the amount of damage we take. So it's basically this giant negation. It doesn't one-shot anything or anything like that, but it does reduce the amount of damage we take, which is really good. Basic GUG Dragon, Glogagon. You just saw the basic GUG digivolve into the GUG Dragon known as Glogagon. So we're going to add him to the team and use him to reduce the enemy's attack. So any enemies that manage to slip by Valderon and try to attack us, we're just going to reduce their attack with Glogagon. So let's go and fight. We're looking really good. The team's looking really good so far. Decent utility for sure. I would say that myself. So let's send in Valderon, right? That should one-shot everything. It did not one-shot everything. So now we're going to send in Stormy Whale because that will finish off whatever Valderon couldn't. Nice. That's exactly how that worked. Now we have a chance to retreat Stormy Whale and Valderon. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's retreat Valderon. Let's retreat Stormy Whale. And now we're going to send in Glogagon. That did not cut the enemy's attack by half. Releases a wave of slime that slows all enemy GUGs by reducing their attack by half for 1 round. It says all enemy GUGs, but it didn't work. It did not reduce the enemy's attack by half like I was expecting it to. Let's go ahead and retreat it. We got a slime apple coming right up. When it enters the battle, if opposing GUG is present, cover it with slime, reducing attack by 2. So we're gonna definitely... Let's, let me bring Valderon back well, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. We'll just one-shot him with the Valderon. Now we will just go through with this turn, and we're going to try to do something a little bit sneaky here. We're going to send in Necromobe to try to confuse the enemy, and then we're going to send in Glogagon to reduce the enemy's attack, and then we're going to send in Stormy Whale, who's going to help us deal a little bit of damage to the enemy. And let's see what happens now. Necro Mode seems to have not confused the enemy. Let's just go ahead and retreat all of our GUGs and send in Volderon. That should one-shot everything on the field. It did not one-shot Slimus. So in order to finish off Slimus, we're going to use Ignir. Ignir, the Dragon Slayer, will use him, and that worked out pretty well. Now we can retreat Volderan. I say let's just move Ignir in front of Glubloom, which is scary because he's going to wrap the target in oil, making it slippery and difficult to attack or be attacked. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to assume Ignir is slippery. He's covered in oil, which is perfectly fine. We have extra dragon damage. We deal additional 3 damage if dragon themed. Now, I seriously don't know what that means. Seriously don't know what that means, but it says that we do it. That we deal an extra 3 damage if we are dragon themed. Let's try this combo. Let's go for Volderon. Get some damage on their backline, then send in Stormy Whale. Finish off their backline. Nice little combo right there. I do want to mention that. That powerful Storm and Storm Dragon Volderon definitely go together really good. 171 slime units. We have 171 Glug, apparently. Let's see what we got. Ignir buff from Glog. Ooh, Ignir got the buff from Glog. True. That seems to be the end of the demo as well. When the last page turned blank and the whispers ceased, the library crumbled, and the GUGs vanished into the silence they had always feared. Dang, that's kind of sad. We didn't want that, but that's really cool. I like the library theme we have going on here, because if you don't remember, at the beginning of the stream, whenever we started the new game, it was talking about how the GUGs have this library. They created this library that contains every word ever spoken by the GUGs, and then the books in the library are actually living GUGs themselves, which was just woo. That was just mind-blowing. Really cool. So I am getting ready to wrap up this stream, but let's see. We completed the GUG demo, but before I go, I'm thinking about using the amniotic pool to create some GUGs with you guys, if we have any ideas for some GUGs. Now, if you have an idea for a GUG team that you want to try out at some point, then of course try to save some of your best ideas for later whenever we're actually playing the game. But to end the stream, I just want to make some funny GUGs, make some new GUGs together with you guys. A Pokemon team, that sounds really cool. Of course, that sounds really, really cool. It's really cool to think about that you could just make, like, you could take any franchise and try to build a team around them with GUG. Like, you could try to make a Pokemon team. You could try to make a League of Legends team. You could try to make a Star Wars team. You could try to make a basketball team if you want. A LeBron James GUG. Okay, I gotta make it. I gotta make the LeBron James GUG right here on Caleb Smith TV live for you guys. Oh no, somebody already made a LeBron James GUG. I can tell because it literally instantly generated. So somebody else must have already made a LeBron James GUG before. I was hoping to be the first ever person to create the LeBron James GUG, but it looks like a pretty cool GUG. 5 attack, 7 health. It has an enter the battlefield ability. It gains 3 attack if health is at least 5, which is really good. Well, like, what? Did you guys notice how it kind of looks like a little basketball? This GUG looks really good because it starts with 7 health. So whenever you first put it into the battle, it is going to instantly go to 8 attack. And then if you manage to keep it above 5 health, you can retreat it, send it back in, and then it'll be at 11 attack. And it'll just keep going up from there. It seems really good. And don't forget, it also has a cooldown ability. If this GUG remains, gain +1 health as championship energy. That sounds so cool. Gain +1 health as championship energy. That's the LeBron James GUG. Really cool. Really cool GUG here. LeBronimus, the LeBron James GUG. that's really cool. Championship energy. Awesome. Okay, Lava Titan. Thinking about the Lava Titan GUG. Sounds really cool. Let's transcend. This is probably going to be the first ever Lava Titan GUG, if I had to imagine. What do we got? What do we got? Cursed? Do a cursed prompt? That sounds cool. We're transcending the Lava Titan GUG, and he looks sick! Magmatross. 6 attack, 8 health. When it enters the battle, unleash a surge of lava in all adjacent spots, dealing 4 fire damage. Really, really good GUG right here, dealing 4 damage instantly to almost everything. And then, not to mention its basic stats, but I really just like the way it looks. Can we agree that it looks like a really cool GUG? I like the color scheme. Really cool. Are we gonna try the Batman Beyond GUG? Because I did make a Batman GUG already. That was the Bat-Zug. Let's try out the Batman Beyond GUG. What if it's just Bat-Zug Beyond? What if that's what it's called? Just Bat-Zug Beyond? Really cool. I love this game, guys. It's awesome being able to generate tons of different GUGs. Just tons of endless amounts of GUGs. Here we go. His name is Batwing. 7 attack, 8 health. When it enters the battle, copy this GUG's stats to a target enemy, then half them. What? That's really weird, isn't it? Like, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's really weird. Like, I don't know. It could definitely be better, couldn't it, guys? It could definitely be a better GUG. It's kind of scared. I would say it's situational, but the problem with it is that with Batwing, since you're copying its stats to enemy stats, you're going to want to keep Batwing's stats pretty low. Usually, the strategy is to keep your GUG stats really high, but with Batwing, you're going to want to keep your stats really low, so that then whenever you copy your stats to an enemy, their stats are also super low. It's a crazy ability. It's a crazy ability. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Because basically what Batwing is going to do is always make sure that the enemy is weaker than him. You see what I mean? That's literally what his ability is. It's like, I'm going to always make sure that I'm double your strength. That's what Batwing does. Because you can place him in front of an enemy, and then copy his stats to that enemy, and then cut their stats in half. And now they're exactly half as strong as you are, and you can just pummel them with Batwing every time, no matter what. Batwing, honestly, doesn't seem that bad. There are definitely better GUGs out there, and there are definitely worse GUGs out there. Shout out to Batwing, the Batman Beyond GUG. Let's go for the Cursed prompt. Cursed GUG. Cooking right up. It's cooking instantly, so somebody has already made this GUG before. World War Hulk. That sounds crazy. Blightling. 3 attack, 10 health. Very low attack here. When it enters the battle, inflict curse on a random enemy, causing it to lose 1 health at the end of each round. That is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I like the Blightling enter the battlefield ability, and then at the end of the round, any GUG has curse, this GUG gains 1 attack. So that is really cool as well. So at the start of a round, you're making them, or actually at the end of each round, basically, the enemy loses 1 health and you gain 1 attack. Pretty cool little cursed GUG right here. The Blightling GUG. Seems to be a pretty cool little GUG. I can appreciate it. World War Hulk GUG coming right up. Let's see what we get. You think it's gonna have a green aura? If this, since this is a Hulk GUG, I would expect it to have a green aura. If it doesn't have a green aura, I'm going to be a little upset. Let's see about it. Generating the GUG. It does. It had like a dark green aura. Check it out. It is green. It even has arms and legs. This is Hulkgroth, the World War Hulk GUG. 10 attack, 10 health. When it goes on cooldown, it transforms into a rampaging beast with double attack if current health is less than 3. Really? If current health is less than 3, then it will transform into a rampaging beast. Now, I'm not going to lie, that is very risky. So risky. So risky of a GUG, because if your health is less than 3, it is very possible that you will get one-shot by most things on the board. So it's a very risky guy to use, sadly, but it's pretty cool. We can admit that it's pretty cool, especially if you can give it some kind of defense to make it where even if its health is less than 3, you can still lower the amount of damage it takes. If you can negate some of the damage it takes and then maintain keeping your health directly at 2, because it basically has to be at least 2 health. It has to be 2 health if you want to use its ability. So if you can get it at 2 health and then at least negate some of the damage by 5, if you can reduce incoming damage by 5, then it could be useful. It could be a useful GUG, honestly. But it's just very specific in how you have to use it. Make it invulnerable with Witch Doctor Mask. True. If you make him invulnerable, then you can double his attack over and over again, and it should be a really cool strategy to watch the World War Hulk GUG. Really cool. Speaking of Witch Doctor, shall we create a Witch Doctor GUG and see what happens? Let's do it. I'm creating the Witch Doctor GUG right here on Caleb Smith TV. Let's see what kind of GUG we create when we type in Witch Doctor. It is taking a while to generate, so I'm going to assume that we are the first ever people to generate a Witch Doctor GUG. Let's get it. Let's get it. Going right for it. Okay, generating right up. We got Woglin. 5 attack, 7 health. When it enters the battle, it summons a tribal token on the battlefield. That could be interesting. What is a tribal token? I don't know. I have no idea what a tribal token does or what it is. It could be a living object. A tribal token could be a not non-existent, because it definitely exists. It could be a inanimate object that does nothing, or it could be a living object, like a living being, such as a GUG that we can use to fight with. So Woglin seems pretty interesting with the tribal token feature. So guys, that is going to be the last GUG that we generate today. I really appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. I'm getting ready to wrap up the stream now. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I did making it. I had a lot of fun streaming GUG today. We made a lot of cool GUGs. I can't wait to check out some of those GUGs again tomorrow and go over them. I appreciate you guys leaving a like on the stream. Any of my new subscribers, I really appreciate you guys showing up and enjoying the videos with me. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you very much, GUG Team and Martian Lawyers Club, for sponsoring today's live stream and making the stream even better for me, because without you guys, personally, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't work as hard to make the streams as good as it is right now. Don't get me wrong, I would work hard to make sure the stream is good, but you already know that I'm working even harder than I necessarily would without the sponsorship. So guys, everybody give a big thank you to Martian Lawyers Club for sponsoring today's live stream, because the live streams are coming together excellently, and I've been having so much fun making them. and I hope you guys are also enjoying them. I really appreciate you guys. Come back tomorrow. We're going to make some more GUGs tomorrow morning. And also, quick announcement. I have to make an announcement. Tonight, we are going to be doing a Patreon stream over at my Patreon. If you want to support Caleb Smith TV financially, the best way to do that is to go subscribe to my Patreon in the link in the description. You can find my Patreon link in the description. If you're on the phone, you can find the description by clicking on my channel name. If you're on the PC, then you can find the description right under the live stream. And you can subscribe to my Patreon, and tonight I will be doing a Patreon live stream. We are going to be trying the Addams Family meal from Burger King. I'm going to be trying it, taste testing it, reviewing it, all of that good stuff, hanging out with you guys, watching some videos, just talking, doing things like that on a very personal level over there on my Patreon. So I wanted to mention that to you guys real quick. That is going to be tonight, somewhere between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you to all my Patreons and my viewers that are planning on showing up there tonight. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope to make it a really good stream for you. And don't forget, tomorrow is Swords and Saturdays, where I play Swords and Sandals every Saturday. That is going to be happening at 8 p.m. So make sure to stay tuned, because I will have a Swords and Sandals video at 8 p.m. tomorrow. And also catch me tomorrow morning for another GUG stream. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to today's GUG stream. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. And I will go ahead and sign out now. See you guys tomorrow. This has been your friend, Caleb Smith.